What's up, everybody? It's your friend Ricky J. Alvarez here, Ricky the Realtor. I'm here with my boy Rico Rivera, and this is Tequila Transactions, episode 48. And it's crazy. We were just actually talking about this, Rico. How, I've been doing this for 48 straight months. I mean, some people can't even do a lot of things for a couple straight months. And so for me, it's just a joy to have you here, bro, to introduce you. And, man, we got a few really, really good bottles on the table. And so I'm really excited to talk about that as well. But first and foremost, I want to pass you the mic and let you introduce yourself to everybody. And then, we'll start drinking tequila. If that's cool with you, bro.
I like it. Let's go. First of all, I want to say thank you for having me, man. This is an honor for me.
For sure.
I think it's amazing to be on the show, for you to, just to interview me and for us to talk about things that I love, tequila and transactions, real estate. So,
Yes, sir.
Just a little bit about me. I'm an immigrant from Mexico. I was born in Guadalajara, Jalisco.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Probably why I love tequila. It's in my blood. I came to this country when I was 8 years old as an immigrant with my mom and my 3 little brothers, 1 little sister. Crossed the border in Tijuana. We got caught 3 times. We went to jail 3 times overnight as an 8-year-old. Just came here with like the clothes on my back,
Mm-hmm.
And we came here to have a better life, a better lifestyle than what we had in Mexico. And I'm 100% believer in the American dream.
Yep.
I think that's why I'm passionate about real estate.
Mm-hmm.
I've been super blessed, and I can't thank my mom enough, my dad enough for doing what they did to sacrifice to get us here, and then just being blessed to actually be able to do what I love to do.
Awesome, bro. Well, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for being on the show. We share a lot of similar, stories, backgrounds, somos de Jalisco, so we have that. Tequila's for sure in my blood, but you cut my veins up and spill out some añejo real quick. But, yeah, man, I think, just after meeting you, being involved with Nora and just getting to know you better. And obviously we've gone to, a conference together and a couple conferences together, obviously, and then just hanging out. And just hearing your story, man, it just really, kind of just stuck with me. And I felt very, honored to hear about your story and hear about you and like your journey and everything, because it's a lot very similar to what my parents had to go through. I was fortunate that my dad was the one who chose to come over the border, and he's the one who spent the nights in jail for us. So he paved the way for us. And, he was kind of the pioneer, just like kind of you were in your family. And real estate was one of the main things that really, really got him to where he's at and instilled it in me every single day and humbled the shit out of me since I was a little kid. Honestly, I tell the story all the time, but it for me, it really hits home that like I grew up cleaning the apartment buildings they owned and being, the kid who was sweeping carports and cleaning the laundry room. And, come to find out my parents were the owners of these buildings and I had no idea. So, for me, just being a part of that humble background and, kind of just being around real estate just really has done a lot of good to our family as it's done for yours. So, but yeah, we could touch on a lot of that later, man. I think we're going to get real honest as soon as this tequila starts flowing. So, definitely want you to talk about what you brought, and then I'm going to give you a little synopsis of what I have. I know you've tried one of the bottles I brought, so... but yeah, let us know what you got, bro, and then I think we'll start pouring up, man.
I like it. So I brought 2 tequilas today, the Herradura Leyenda or Legend.
Yes.
Legend de Herradura.
Yes.
One of my favorite tequilas. Mm-hmm. Just Herradura in general.
Yeah.
Right? It's really good tequila. Obviously a big family, tequileros from El Jimador to their legend and
exactly
añejo that they have. And then I brought... I've never had it, by the way. Today's my first time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be trying it with you too.
Tequila Añejo Cristalino, which is Kirkland's tequila.
Yep.
And they actually have a really good extra añejo Kirkland that I love, bro. It's $30.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's really good.
It's really good. And I don't know who makes it because I know it's a white label. Because Kirkland does white labels for everything.
For sure.
I think it's Casamigos, but I've heard it was also Herradura, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think I've heard Casamigos, so I'm not sure if it's them. But like even their vodkas that a lot of people do love.
Yeah.
I think it's made by Grey Goose.
Grey Goose, yeah.
Yep. So just different label, but same tequila. So I mean, obviously we'll try it. We'll see what's up with it. I haven't tried it myself, so it's gonna be a first for me. Lalo's one that I've been gravitating towards because I'm a huge fan of añejos. That's just my thing.
Yeah.
And it's because for me, it's like I like that smokiness, just this in the same way I like whiskeys for that same reason. And I think we got the double whammy with the Legend because it's actually aged in whiskey barrels, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So this one definitely has a very unique flavor, which I'm excited to try again because I haven't tried it for a minute. But Lalo is one that I've come to grow and love just because it's from Don Julio's grandson is who makes it. So that Lalo is actually he's continuing the legacy. So I'll just read a little bit about it because there's a little tidbit on the back. So it says Lalo continues the legacy as a third generation spirit, combining a grandfather's love for the land with his father's passion for premium. So in my opinion, probably one of the best blancos out on the market for the price point. Probably one of the only U.S. tequilas I'll drink because I'm always a fan of no seal, no deal, and I always tell my friends and my family if I don't got a seal on it, I'm not drinking it.
Right.
I know that once I try tequila from here, it's tiene más alcohol, right? It's heavier.
Yeah,
it's a little bit more pungent.
It's cut different.
It's cut different. Yes, it's diluted.
The headache is stronger in the morning, right? Real tequila, in my opinion, good tequila does not give you a headache, bro. You can sip it all night.
Yep.
It's good for your stomach.
Yeah. No, there's no additives, none of that shit that's gonna make you like not extra added sugars and things like that. They're gonna make you feel like shit the next day. And I don't drink it with juice anymore. I'm a straight like if I'm not chasing it with like agua mineral, like a mineral water or something like that. I'm not really mixing too much. Every once in a while, like I'll make palomas, and I like to do my own version. I call it paloma negra. I know you probably tried it.
I love the paloma negra.
So I just like to cut it a little bit with Coke, just kind of add some color to it, but also add a little bit of sweetness. Because I mean, I love me a good paloma, but sometimes you get just tired of that citrus. It kind of just feel like after a while, just like your mouth is like numb with all the squirt, right? All the tonoca, the grapefruit juice, right? So I've been drinking a lot of blancos lately, a lot of blancos straight. Cascawin has been my favorite thus far. I've actually followed their journey. A good friend of mine, Victor Castro, who's actually he has an office in this building right down the way here. He actually brought me this bottle. We tried it a couple episodes ago, and this is from his family's distilleria. So they actually make Cascawin, and Cascawin has their own. It's called El Tequilero. They have their own actual kind of like tasting room right outside of Tequila. So it's not in Tequila. It's a little bit outside, like on your way in. I have yet to go, but I need to go because he keeps telling me to go, and I made a promise I'm going to go. But Cascawin literally was ranked on Forbes top 100 like undiscovered tequilas. It was like in the top 10. They were very, very high up there. And they, along with Fortaleza, have gotten like a huge fame. A lot of fama right now. So you go into Mexico, it's very hard to find these bottles unless you're going to them directly because they ship everything to the U.S.
Makes sense.
Because they really can't compete in the Mexican market when they have Don Julio running everything.
Don Julio.
Jose Cuervo runs everything.
Jose Cuervo, and you have
all the heavy hitters, you know?
Yeah.
So a little bit more mom and pop, a little bit smaller, but extremely delicious. One of my favorites, along with another company right now, another tequila company called Tequila Ocho.
Oh, bro, Tequila
amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
Tequila Ocho, Cascawin, and Fortaleza are like right now, like on the top right now. Just because they make really good tequila. There's no additive bullshit. It's all really well done tequila, in my opinion. And it's not going to give you that hangover.
Yeah.
Because it's good stuff, you know what I mean?
Fortaleza is probably, in my opinion, top 1-2 for me.
Yeah. And it's hella hard to find.
Yeah.
Hella hard to find. I have one of my clients, he's a big tequila guy. And every time he gets his hands on something, he'll text me like just a couple of days ago, Ricky, I hope you're doing well. Got my hands on more Fortaleza. Come over. And he just like texts me pictures. And he literally has added like 3 or 4 bottles to my collection just because every time that's his thing. Like he likes to give out tequila. That's just people have different, ways of showing their appreciation. And he's definitely made my tequila collection a lot better. So.
I have a friend in Sacramento. Shout out to Ernesto. He owns a restaurant called Mayuel. We're actually going to host.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, we're going to host dinner there.
Oh, Mayuel is an awesome spot, bro.
He gets Fortaleza.
Oh,
so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He actually originally created the first tequila museum in Sacramento, which was Mayuel. When it first came out before the pandemic, before all this, and you can have your own locker at his restaurant.
Really?
So you could have a locker of your own tequila, your own bottles. It was dope, bro. And then, the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
A lot of people went outside of the downtown area. They almost, it was to a point where people were closing down all over downtown,
Yep.
I think it's doing a lot better now, and he's got a bunch of different restaurants now. But he's a tequilero. He's actually a chef. He goes back and forth to Mexico. He knows. He's probably the one person that knows the most about tequila than anybody else I know. I've learned so much from him.
That's crazy because I got another friend, Ernesto Hernandez, and he's from up here, and he actually worked in many tequileras. He actually worked for Don Pilar for a while too, in out in what's it called in I can't remember the name, but it's out there by like Half Moon Bay and all that. It's like all on the peninsula. It's like one of those. It's not too far from here, but it's a really nice place. And Don Pilar has his own restaurant and spot there, right? And so Ernesto actually, like, I always kind of like hit him up when I need another opinion because he's a guy I really trust. And it's crazy. Ernesto's love tequila, and they're both heavily involved. But this guy definitely is. When I'm feeling like shit, I really don't know too much about this, or like let me ask somebody else. He's my go-to for like just. I love it. Just to solidify the source, you know what I mean?
Yep.
What do you want to start with, bro? You want to go blanco to añejo to cristalino, cristalino to blanco? What are we doing?
Let's go blanco to cristalino.
All right, so you've already tried Lalo before, so let's go with this one. And I don't know if you guys can really see it on camera, but the colors are vastly different.
Yeah, it's green. It's like a light green.
It's like so like it kind of has like a little bit of color to it, even though it's a blanco, and a lot of blancos really typically don't have any color.
That's not the bottle?
Oh, maybe it is, yeah.
I thought it was the bottle.
Maybe it is, yeah. You're right. Well, the glass is like a greenish color.
Right.
I think that's what it is, and then probably the color's bouncing off it. But it kind of looked.
It does look not as clear,
like
as
a little
one.
hue of it's a little bit more aged. There has a little bit more color to it.
It doesn't look like the cristalino either.
Nope. And then everybody knows that only in Mexico do they have these little canica filters on this. Right. It's not like in the U.S. they just straight open bottle or you're able to pour. This actually makes for a little bit of a easier pour and also kind of aerates the tequila a little bit. So I know you're a Raider fan, bro. So I'm gonna pour you from a shot glass of Champions.
I love it. I'm a Raider fan, but not a hater, bro. It's what I'm not. I'm not a hater, so it's all good, man. I love everybody.
I like to talk a little shit too, bro.
I talk shit all the time, bro. It's all good, bro. I'm not worried about it.
I'm over here already spilling the juice, man. All right, so Cascawin es una palabra prehispánica, que significa cero de luz, en lugar de referencia del poblano del Arenal, Jalisco. Cascawin, un tequila siempre parejo. I like that.
It smells like mezcal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you do get a little bit of that.
Yeah, mezcal, unfiltered,
very raw,
very
earthy as shit.
Yep. The first thing I noticed right away, bro. In Austin, Texas, there's 6th Street that everybody's famous. Famous. The other side of 6th Street,
love that.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a mezcal area.
Really?
All they serve is mezcal.
Huh.
Just like probably about maybe 2 blocks, maybe
and they're all like
4 square blocks.
Different restaurants and bars, and that's
all different restaurants. Mezcal.
Interesting.
It's amazing. If you ever go back to Austin,
just mezcal, no tequila,
no
nothing.
No tequila. So it's like a place. It's for hipsters.
Sure.
Back then, that's what they called them when I went there.
Yeah, of course.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Hipsters.
Yeah.
And they had, and that was the thing though. That was their thing, is if you want to have mezcal, you go to that area.
Right.
And then they have Rainy Street, and then they have the other side of 6th Street. But it was actually really cool.
Actually, a little tidbit on mezcal. I was never a fan until I went to Oaxaca in 2022, and it changed my life because they actually teach you how to drink it. And here, a lot of mezcal is treated like tequila, and it should not be treated like tequila. you have to be aerated.
Yeah.
You have to release a lot of that alcohol.
Yeah.
Because
the fumes.
The fumes. Because a lot of times it's bottled and then people think, oh, I'm just going to pour in a shot glass. And then no. You have to put it in like an aerator or like in a more like kind of like a tequila flute kind of thing where you're able to aerate, and you have to aerate it. And the way they taught us, they literally took a penca de un maguey and literally poured a shot at the top. And by the time it hit your mouth, because on the top of the maguey, so it's actually when it hits, when it gets oxygenated. So all the more, like, I would say, like, the stronger alcohol just evaporates. So hit in the face with hella alcohol.
It's too much.
It's so much easier to drink. And then I just started, everyone drinks. A lot of people in Jalisco are drinking mezcal right now. A lot of people love that shit. So you get it in a lot of cocktails. And what I tried that kind of changed my life was a passion fruit cocktail with mezcal. It was super refreshing, super good. It masks a little bit of that smokiness if you're not a huge fan of it. I think that's the thing. A lot of people don't like that.
It's too strong. It could be a real strong salsitas.
Cheers, bro. A ver cómo ves si te gusta.
I'm good. Oh, it is good.
Delicious, huh?
Yeah, it's really good.
It does not taste the way you think it would. You think like, oh, it's gonna be super overwhelming or super tasty. One of my favorites, dude. One of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, that's really good. So I can see why it's on your top 10, or it's on the top 10 list.
Not just mine, Like I think it was kind of flying under the radar for many years, and then, dude, taking off.
Even the little runs like wine,
the little legs,
right?
Yep.
Just like wine, bro.
Yeah, you have to. Like if they're super. Well, the way they taught me is like if when you look at it, if the legs run down super fast, it's because it's very has to be kind of slow to come down. A lot of additives and other shit in it too. So
yeah.
But no, super tasty. Like I said, one of my favorites. Can't find it here, but definitely if you're going into Jalisco or you're going to be near Tequila, definitely go to El Tequilero and go try their Cascawin for sure.
Cascawin. Where does that name come from? Do you know?
So Cascawin, it comes from the valle of where they're at in Jalisco. So it's named after the land.
Oh yeah,
so it's where it came from.
Yep. It's the city or the land.
It's like the little every different like terreno or rancho has their own kind of name.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where Cascawin came from. I think it's on this side of the que te dice, no? Or is it on the other side?
I think it
tells you a story.
Right here.
Oh, yep. Yeah, dude. It's like you smell it and you're like, oh, it's going to be overwhelming, but it's just very enjoyable.
I love that.
Very enjoyable, super really smooth. Super, super smooth.
Yeah, that's legit. What about you? A lot of people don't know to exhale after a shot.
Yep. A lot of people think that they just need to slam it.
Shoot it.
That's gonna if you're not accustomed to that, you're gonna get all that alcohol in your mouth.
Oh, and then that's what makes like burn. Well, bad tequila will make it burn anyways, just because of the whatever the additives are, whatever the cheap shit it is, right? It's just gonna make it burn. It's
exactly.
Like aguardiente.
Yep.
Right? It's just. And by the way, there's aguardiente in Mexico. I used to think it was only in Colombia, but there's places in Mexico that have aguardiente too that is actual natural, like it's from Mexico. But it's it's the same. Like if you shoot it, it just burns, bro.
Yeah, tequila is very different in the way you have to enjoy it because you have to kind of get your senses ready for it, and a lot of times people just shoot it and like boom, and then like get overwhelmed, and then that's how other things happen. But typically what you want to do is get a nice whiff, inhale, take a sip, let it kind of sit on your tongue a little bit, sit on your mouth a little bit, swallow, and then exhale out so that you're essentially kind of getting that nice smell of it, tasting it. Aerating it, right?
There you go. Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to say.
So, yeah, I mean, there's always there's a process to it, right? And then it's crazy because, I never even knew till a few years ago when I went and they taught me. I was always just like, hey, I'm just shooting it. And so you learn. Obviously, you get better. You get more. You become more of a expert or connoisseur, whatever you want to call yourself. But there's so much about tequila, and there's like all these new things that they're doing. Like I can't even tell you guys like the amount of testing that they're doing, where they're like seeing whether it makes a difference to use steel, use wood, use this, use that.
Yep.
Like they're testing so much. They're doing like organic tequila. They're doing all kinds of different things to essentially try to manipulate the taste of it.
Well, even the process. I mean, and I never knew this until I learned it. I never knew that mezcal was tequila. I thought it was mezcal. I never knew it was actually tequila, and the reason it's called mezcal is because it's not from Mexico or Jalisco.
Well, there's different agave, yeah.
Right? It's a different agave, so it's not.
Same family, same plant.
It's still the same plant, but it's not from the region.
Exactly.
So it can't be tequila, so it's called mezcal.
Right.
Then I found out that the reason why you have the darker tequilas, right? Because they're aged for a longer period of time. Mm-hmm. And then I found out that the mezcal or the blancos, the process is different.
Very much.
Right? It's so much different, and how the taste of it is different because of the process.
Correct.
Whether it's filtered or not filtered, whether it's aged in oak bottles or barrels or not oak barrels. Yep. Right? Is it in stainless steel barrels?
Yeah.
Is it in whiskey barrels?
Yeah, that's that.
Like there's a true art. There's a true art to making tequila.
Exactly, and then you have people like Herradura who literally are taking right here from the finest. Okay, where it says so distilled and naturally fermented, so it says naturally fermented, distilled and matured for 14 months in new, heavy charred, deeply grooved barrels. Like they're doing all kinds of shit. Like they're burning it.
Yeah.
Then throwing tequila in there.
And then,
and seeing what happens. Or they're taking like Tequila Ocho actually did a collab with Widow Jane, and Widow Jane is a whiskey distillery in New York, and so they literally ship their barrels to Mexico to then store their tequila in them. So it's like you get a little bit of everything, bro. And it's like
I love that.
And then years ago, Cristalino hits the scene. And Cristalino is everything you would want in an añejo, but then carbon filtered to remove all the imperfections and leave you with.
That's why it's
this
crystal, and it has no smell. It's just yeah.
Like it's extremely dangerous for people who don't know their limits, because you can't taste anything, and then you mix it, you can't taste anything.
At all.
I
said that. At all.
Yeah, so it's a lot of people talk shit. Tequila snobs talk shit. It is what it is. Everybody has their own preference, and I always compare it to wine. Like some people are red wine people, some people are white wine people, some people don't fuck with any of it. Some people really like Moscatos or the Pinot, or they're or they're like Pinot Grigio type of person. They like something sweet or a port or whatever. Right? Yeah. So there's a little bit of something for everybody, just like tequila. There's a little bit of something for everybody. So.
And I think lately, because here's the reality, bro. Tequila's been around forever.
Oh yeah,
but it hasn't always had the name it has today. Mm-hmm. And
that's
honestly, I feel like the first, and we're talking about in the States, in America, the first tequila that actually gave tequila a name was Patron.
Yeah.
In the sense of their marketing was legit. Mm-hmm. Everywhere you went, if you were at a booth, if you were at a club, you had a Patron bottle. Like that was a status thing, right? Like, yeah, they have Patron, they're drinking Patron.
Yep.
And then people like me that actually like tequila, I would always talk shit. Oh, you're drinking that shit? It's nasty. Why are you drinking that? But at the end of the day, right, it was a status thing. Like, oh, you're going to get a bottle of Patron, right? And then when people started liking tequila, and then, I don't know about you, but I feel like in the last, let's say 10 years, tequila is like really dominating the U.S. market. Like dominating.
Well, 2023 was the first year tequila overtook vodka as the number one imported spirit in the United States.
There you go.
In the same year, Modelo was the number one beer.
Modelo, yep.
So Modelo and tequila are the number one imported, alcoholic
Beverages, yep.
So for many, 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 many years, vodka for over a decade was number one. And now the Russians are all pissed off because tequila has gotten that much more popular and it's that much more enjoyed. And yeah, you're right. Patron was a status symbol.
Yeah.
And then, years later, here comes Clase Azul.
Yeah.
And Clase Azul, and then Don Julio started competing
1942
with their 70 first, right? They hit the scene with the 70, and then obviously then became a status symbol to have Don Julio 1942 at your table or a Clase Azul at your table. And that was like the status symbol. Like, oh shit, yeah, bottle service, he has 1942. You know
what's up, yeah.
You know what's up. Yeah. But just like Patron, got toda la pinche fama, and then really said to their customers, fuck off.
Yeah.
Because they sold to Bacardi.
Yep.
And their shit went down the drain.
Of course.
And so a lot of that, in my opinion, Don Julio has always been good, but they fucked it up. Like they started rushing their shit. They wanted everyone to have 1942. It doesn't taste the same anymore.
Bro, I'm so glad you said that. Because
years ago I tried it.
I agree 100%.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. It feels like it's kind of like a factory, right? Like it's just, because here's the deal, like with the old families, the tequileros, familias, the beauty of their tequila was the process and how the taste was so the same. It was so unique, but also the same to that tequila. Right. You can go to that tequila and say you knew exactly what Herradura was going to taste like to you.
Yeah, exactly.
You knew exactly what Don Julio was going to taste like to you. You knew exactly what it was, right?
Exactly.
And so now I feel like it's being processed so much and brought to the States and being cut so much that the taste is completely different. That's why I think Lalo. That's why I think Fortaleza. Mm-hmm. Tequilas that are kind of like still smaller. Not as big as Don Julio, not as big as the big ones that we see out there. Patron, right? That's commercialized. That's why I think their taste is better right now. And it's always about marketing, bro. It's a marketing thing.
I think it's just they still have a love for their craft. They're not trying to fuck shit up. And I think that goes for Tequila Ocho right now, Cascawin, and Fortaleza. Like those three right now companies. And there's a few other out there too. There's a few other out there that are good ones too. That, I mean, right now I'm drawing a blank, but there's a few out there as well that I would say, that's a really good tequila. That's a really good tequila.
Código is a good tequila.
Código's a good tequila. They have, what is it, El Tesoro or something like that is another good one. There's a few out there that are really, really still good, and it's because they care about their craft. They care about their reputation. And
even though Don Pilar is good, bro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's more, and it's small.
It's a small family,
Small family. I mean, shit, you can't beat it for their, I think they got their añejo at Costco for like $40, $50, or extra añejo for it's not that expensive. But it's a very good tequila. It's not crazy expensive. You know what you're getting, and it's very consistent.
Well, I remember when Clase Azul was like $40, $39. When we first started drinking that, it was like $40.
That was the fucking day.
And then out of nowhere, it went nuts. But props to them for their marketing. They did a documentary on how they make the actual clay, the clay.
It's all done. That's all done in my town.
There you go.
And it's all done by women.
Yeah,
and
then
all the
paint
women that are hired. The beautiful story about Clase Azul is that they do a really good job as far as their marketing, who they hire. The bottles are beautiful.
Oh, bro.
I mean, I can't talk shit because my cousin is an accountant for Clase Azul. So, what's up, Tony?
What's up, Tony? Send us a bottle, bro.
Yes,
shout out to Clase Azul.
I mean, my cousin Tony is probably also responsible for majority of my really good collector bottles I have. I mean,
I love that.
Over the years, like he's either gifted me or like I've bought from him, and every time I've had an opportunity, I've bought it because I know it's something I'm always going to get my money out of, or one day I'm going to enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
And the Clase Azul has literally started from these old, like, just hand done everything bottles, and then just skyrocketed.
Oh, bro.
To another level. And the beautiful thing is they employ only women who, and all the women paint their bottles, and it's all done. And these women are either single moms or just women in need, and so they all get employed by Clase Azul to do them. Crazy process. Everything is by hand. Everything's painted by hand. Everything's done by hand. So it kind of justifies the $100 that you're paying for the bottle, right? But at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, you're paying $100 for the bottle. The tequila is good. It's not great, in my opinion. It could be better, but Clase Azul, in my opinion, is not in the business of making
The best tequila.
They're more worried, I think their focus is on creating unique tequila for the market
And experiences.
highlighting Dia de los Muertos, highlighting artists,
There you go.
highlighting
100%. And then helping su gente. Which
very
is dope.
different, very
Which is
different.
dope.
Yes,
Super dope, bro.
very dope. I agree.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Now this is Lalo, right?
This is for Lalo, right?
Okay. Cheers to Lalo. Very different smell, by the way. Very different smell.
Oh, that's clean. Just like I remembered it. This is going to be, in my opinion, like the Cristalino. That's añejo, right? No, that's blanco. I think this is going to be like the Cristalino. And this Cristalino is añejo.
These guys, I think lately people have been going more towards blancos because they've been a little bit more enjoyable. Because before it was Patron Blanco, people hate that shit. The Julio Blancos, whatever. But this tastes like tequila. It's what you would expect tequila to taste like.
But no.
And this is 40%. It's 80 proof. It's not like some chump. This is I think 38. Yeah, Cascahuina is 38. And typically everything in Mexico is 38. When they bring it over, they make it 40.
I don't know where it says what this is right here.
This should be 40, or this should be 42.
40. This is 40. 80 proof.
That's gonna be 80 proof too.
That has to be the same, I think.
Yeah, 40.
Oh, there you go.
80 proof.
Yep.
Yeah, so typically in the U.S. it's gonna be 40 because that's where they can max it out at. But again, like you said, it's more cut. You're gonna taste the alcohol. You don't really. I mean, this tastes like good tequila. It's not overwhelming. You get a little bit, but in my opinion, for the price, solid, dude.
Oh, for sure. You know one we haven't talked about? Corralejo.
You know what? I looked at a bottle. I had a bottle in my liquor cabinet. I looked at it. I was like, yeah, nah. I'm gonna bring two blancos and we'll try them. But yeah, they've been around forever.
Forever, bro.
They've been very consistent too.
They're red, white, and blue bottles, and they're all from Mexico, and they all have the Tacanica.
Yeah.
Right. Even the ones from Costco have the seal. Mm-hmm. Right. And I believe, maybe I'm wrong, but I believe Corralejo does not ship their tequila to the States. I mean, obviously they send it here, but they don't distill in the States. They only distilled in Mexico. Now, it's a good tequila for the price.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's always been consistent. It's been
super consistent.
30, 40, 50 bucks.
Super consistent.
You're never going to break the bank with that bottle, but you know what you're getting.
Right. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I used to love drinking that tequila Corralejo. And then there is the Angel.
Centenario.
Centenario, bro. That Centenario was the number one tequila in Mexico for a long time.
And it's changed a lot too.
That's changed a lot too. They have Plata.
Not the same anymore.
Bro, the one that I
used to be
tasted here. So,
which one did you try? The Leyenda bottle with the ruffles, like the bottle has like a little, because they have an extra añejo that was, I brought it back.
Oh, but it's different, bro.
So good, yeah. But now it's not the same.
It's different, and I guess this is where where we're talking about this, where we've noticed, especially because we've been drinking. I mean, at least for me, at least 20 years. I'm 42, right? So 22 years I've been drinking.
I've been going on 20 years too. I started young.
Right? So
I started really young.
I can tell the difference between tequila that you get from the States, from the store here, and tequila that you get from Mexico that is distilled in Mexico. Even Jose Cuervo. Jose Cuervo Tradicional is good, bro.
Yeah. Not here.
Cabrito is good.
Yeah.
Have you had Cabrito?
No, I don't think so.
Cabrito is good. Viuda de Romero is good. Those are all tequilas from down there. Like, you can't get them here.
No, another good one from out there that you can't get here is El Tapatio.
Oh yeah, el tapatio, yeah.
Tapatio is good. 30-30 is decent, and it's very consistent. Hasn't changed much.
Maestro Doben.
Yeah. Yep.
That's good. They have a Cristalino that's really good.
Yep. But like you're saying, like, shit changes, man. And for me, for a long time, Centenario was the one.
Oh, yeah,
And it wouldn't fluctuate. Like, it was always good, always consistent. And you would get to Mexico, and it just tastes like candy. And it was cheaper. It was really, really good. And then
$23.
and now it's not the same anymore, to me, in my opinion. I think after they rebranded and started changing up, like, their marketing, their bottles and shit like that, I think that's when they started fucking.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I went to the Philippines about a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. It's a true story. I can almost guarantee you that the Philippines consumes more Cuervo tequila than any other country in the world, except for maybe even Mexico.
Oh, shit.
Everywhere I went in the Philippines, bro, they were all taking Cuervo shots.
Ooh.
Jose Cuervo, like, just to the head.
Oh, man.
And I was like, what is going on, right? Everywhere we went, bro. And I went to 3-4 different, because the Philippines has a bunch of different islands. I went to 4 different islands. Manila, which is the main island, right? The biggest island, right? Huge city, bro. I had no idea that the Philippines and Manila had this much money. I mean, they have more money. It appears like they have more money than New York. The skyline is bigger than New York.
Holy.
The skyline of the Manila is 2, 3, 4 times bigger than New York skyline.
Holy shit.
I had no idea. Had no clue.
Holy shit.
Cuervo.
Yeah.
All they had was Cuervo.
Huh.
All they drink is Cuervo. You see Cuervo commercials. There would be girls, like, you know how you have girls here that go to clubs and stuff like that, and they're like wearing the whatever.
Yeah.
And they're giving you a shot. It's sponsored, right? Cuervo, bro. I was like, what's going on? I paid $100 because I found a bottle of Angel Centenario, bro.
In the Philippines?
Yeah, the guy had it in the back of the bar. I'll never forget the story. So we're there. All they had was Cuervo, and 25-cent beers.
But what kind of Cuervo? Just the regular gold?
Just gold. Just a regular gold. You're having that.
Flashbacks, bro. Oh, my God.
They were drinking this. I know you gave me chills right now. I got chills right now. Can't even smell it.
Oh, my. Well, like gasolina, bro.
No, for real. They were drinking it like it was candy. And they were promoting it like it was candy. There was Cuervo commercials, bro.
Oh my God.
And they had bottles and bottles and bottles. So I go to this hole in the wall, right? Hole in the wall, and I see Centenario in the back. Like, just a bottle of Centenario in the back. And I went to the bartender and I'm like, how much is that? And it's the owners. We can't serve you that. It's the owners. And I'm like, no. I'm saying, how much is the bottle? And then she was like, no. And I'm like, no, call the owner right now.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
I literally gave this man $100, which in the Philippines is times 56.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So it's like 560 or something.
Yeah.
5,000. Yeah, it was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, here you go, kid. Take it. I bought a bottle of Centenario for $100 in the Philippines because all they had was Cuervo, bro. Swear to God, true story.
Well, now I know when I go with my girl, because my girl's from the Philippines, she's been trying to go. Now I know I'm gonna take a bottle.
You should
take a couple.
You need, because they're really good. Rum is their thing over there. Ron.
Yeah.
So they and Cuervo, bro.
Yeah.
But you need to actually ship it to you. Ship it to wherever you're gonna go.
Why?
Because they'll jack it from you at the airport.
How do you know?
Because they've done that to us.
Oh, hell nah.
Yeah.
What if it's in your main bag, like it goes underneath the plane?
They took it out of the bag underneath the plane, bro. I was trying to bring a bottle of really good rum that they have over there. Nah, we got jacked. So the people that we have over there that work there, they're like, yeah, just ship it to our house. They won't mess with the shipping. So
now I know.
Note to self.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna live off Cuervo, bro. Well, my girl, she donates clothes to her family, so she ships out. I'm gonna just stash them all, and they're like, hold this for me.
Just make sure they don't drink it.
Nah, I'll send two. Like, you can have one, and keep one for me, like, because I need it.
Yeah, no, it was awesome, bro. Like Cuervo.
Shit gave me.
I had no idea.
It gave me EBGBs, bro. Oh God. Like just saying the name, bro, just thinking about it, like it's not good, man. It's not good, bro. Like I remember
That's delicious.
yeah, it's hella good. I remember growing up and my uncles talk shit, like because my dad and a lot of my uncles worked as garbage men in San Francisco. And so, and my dad was picking up garbage in a more established neighborhood, in nicer neighborhoods in the city. And so, like, a lot of his clientele were a little bit more well off. So they would give him nice gifts, right? And I remember one year he was talking shit, like, oh, this dude always gives me this fucking bottle of Cuervo, and I feel like telling them, but I don't know, it'd be kind of rude. And my dad's like, I don't want to be rude.
A gift is a gift.
And then it's hella funny because my dad goes, esa madre no sirve para nada, nomás para las sobadas de las patas. And I was like, what? And I'm thinking to myself, what did this man just say? You mean you use it for your feet? And he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, bro.
And he goes, that's how trash it is, and that's how fucking odor, like, how much alcohol's in it that I literally, and he wasn't kidding, bro. Like,
My dad's saying
he wouldn't get a bottle. He'd get a fucking handle.
Okay.
Remember the handles of Cuervo?
Dude, my dad had a bottle, and I don't even know you could call it wasn't a bottle, but it was a container. Let's just call it a container. A container.
Yeah.
A glass container with marijuana.
Oh my God.
And Jose Cuervo.
I'm gonna die right now, laughing, bro. That's the same shit my dad had.
Marijuana, Jose Cuervo, bro. And what did
to give himself sobaditos.
so when he had a silver bag or
A ver, Rico, échame un poco.
mom would be like, bro, this is
Oh, bro, I can't make this up. This is the same shit, bro. In my parents' bedroom, under the sink, there was a fucking handle of Jose Cuervo Gold with hella herbs in it.
herbs, yeah, marijuana.
And I'm looking at it like,
or herbs.
is that weed?
Yeah, bro.
Like looking at hella little buds of weed and hella other shit. I'm like, what is this?
Así
He goes, para la sobada.
Para la sobada.
I was like, what the? You weren't kidding? He goes, hell no.
No, bro.
Oh my, that's hella funny because that's the
fact.
same shit
That's
my
fact.
dad had.
Jose Cuervo con marijuana, and then you just rub it all up wherever. ¿Dónde te duele? A ver, ven.
Dude, for real. And that shit worked.
Oh, think about it, right? When you think about it, it makes sense.
Well, yeah, it's
It's alcohol. It gets in your system.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the weed, I mean, it's going to get in your system.
Yeah, obviously it would kind of
Through your pores.
Yep.
And then you probably have a good night's
Yeah.
rest, right? You got a good night's sleep.
And then they get piss tested at work. Oh man, it was that's hilarious because that's the same shit was at my house. And then
I'm sure some of the viewers are going to be like, what? My parents have the same shit.
yeah, or they're like, what? That works?
That works,
You
yeah.
can do that shit?
Yeah, you could do that shit for
And like a little funny tidbit from that little story is that my brother had a party at our house one time, and me and my brother both worked at Outback Steakhouse, and we had a lot of friends that worked there, and so we hung out with a lot of those same people. So we actually I invited them all to come over to the house because we were gonna have a little barbecue for my brother, and I told them, don't bring shit. Just come through. If you want to bring my brother Mo a gift, you guys can. Just don't bring nothing to drink because there's everything going to be there. I was more worried that they were going to show up with some trash and my dad was going to make them feel bad.
Right.
And so one of my boys, Adam, was like, oh, man, y'all got the whole spread. Like, only thing missing is Jose Cuervo. My dad, like, it literally, like, at a party with, like, the DJ, like, skips and shit. And everyone goes, what? My dad goes, what did you just say, Jose Cuervo? And he goes, a ver, Ricky, ven pa acá. And I'm like, what? What happened? He goes, dile a tu amigo Adam, what do we use Jose Cuervo for? And I started laughing. I'm like, he uses it for his feet. And my friend Adam's like, what? I was like, yeah, good thing you didn't bring it because not only will we have clowned you, but you would just add it to my dad's foot massage cream or foot massage little melody. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, dude, literally my dad, like, fucking mixes Jose Cuervo and herbs and rubs that shit on his
first world problems, bro. First world problems. Seriously, like.
So it's so funny, dude.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Right. And this actually could be a good transition into real estate.
Let's do it. Fuck it.
Because it's perspective, right? And everyone's perspective is different. And for us, that we're a little. Well, not only are we blessed. But we're very blessed, right? We have the ability to have 4 different types of tequilas to hang out here, have a little drink, talk about it, and really have options. For other people, they don't have options, bro.
No.
Right? And so when you have no options, that is Philippines, the same shit, bro. When I went to the Philippines, I felt like I was back in Mexico. Where I grew up in Mexico, it was dirt roads. The inside of the house was dirt.
Yep.
My mom would get up in the morning and spray the house down. The inside of the house, spray it down so the dirt wouldn't come up. Like you know what I'm saying? Our windows had no windows. Right? We had a cortina, but there was a hole. There was supposed to be a window there, but we had no windows, right?
Yep.
Bro, it's just perspective. And in the Philippines, that's what they could afford. And that was perfectly fine, right? Mm-hmm. Here, we're blessed to be able to afford more, to be able to have options. And so it's what it is, bro.
It's true. Very true.
And for me, as long as you can stay humble and realize how blessed you are, that's it. That's it. Because without mud, we would have no roses.
It's true.
And without rain, you wouldn't know what it feels like to have a sunny day.
Uh-huh. God damn, it's preaching, dog.
Bro, it's just the truth, right?
Yeah.
It's what it is, bro. You have to.
It is.
In order to appreciate shit, you have to go through shit.
No, yeah.
And if you don't appreciate shit, it's because you haven't gone through shit.
You haven't gone through anything.
And that's where I always tell people, because I used to not feel this way. I used to not feel the way that I feel today. The way that I used to feel is victim mode. Why them? Why are they so lucky? Well, these people, rich people, whatever it might be, like always saying why them and not you, right? I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like I'm blessed to be able to witness and be a part of this, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't feel the way I feel about this today. It's just completely different.
100%.
I'm 100% blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed to be here. Blessed to enjoy this moment. Blessed to enjoy the day, my friends, my family. But, fuck, I could be gone, bro. I could have died last year. So it's what I think grounds people. It's what I think grounds you. It's what I think grounded your dad,
Yeah.
Grounds me. Mm-hmm. Just going back to what I went through when I was younger.
Yeah.
Not having shit. And sometimes that's what we need.
Yeah, and I'm forever grateful for that, because I think if I grew up knowing I had shit, I wouldn't be as humble as I am today, and I wouldn't be in a place of service that I am today, and I wouldn't look at a situation where, like, whether they're black, Hispanic, whatever they are, white, Asian, don't matter the color of their skin. I don't think I would be in the position I am today to help those people that were told no, 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 no. And for me to tell them, yeah, you can. And just to be able to be part of that and be a part of those people's journey, for me, it's what's I'm gonna die a happy man knowing that I helped many people achieve a dream of theirs or a goal of theirs. And so at the end of the day, for me, that's what lets me sleep easy at night, and that's what gets me up in the morning. And I thank God for my parents treating me the way I am. Like, I'm the oldest of 3, but best believe I got it the hardest out of the 3.
Yeah.
And
the oldest too.
And
the oldest always gets
the oldest get the hardest. And it's true. Like, whether my brothers listen to this or not, they could give 2 shits about the family business. That's not what they do.
Right.
And I always felt like I was put on this earth to carry on my dad's legacy, to carry on my family's legacy. And there was no one in the family wanted to do it. And my dad just kept nudging me. I'm like, dude, I'm going to college. Like, I'm not going to be a fucking realtor.
Right.
Realtors are fucking sleazy. All they give a fuck about is the deal. They don't give a fuck about you. I grew up hearing realtors like, oh, like, can you afford it? Like, what do you mean? Can my parents afford it?
Bro, that bugs the shit out of me.
Just because they're brown, you don't think their money's green? Like, I used to be in other rooms and just overhear conversations between my parents, and then they would literally make my parents second guess themselves. Wow, we don't know. Can we afford it? Like, oh, can we do it? Can we? And there's a very few realtors that came and gone that really cared about my parents and what they were doing. There's others that all they gave a fuck about was
the money,
the transaction.
Yeah.
you know, acquiring the property, helping them acquire the property, whatever. It was just like, as a kid thinking like some racist shit's going down in my own house. Like them really questioning my parents whether or not they can really make it happen, or if they had the means to make it happen. And I'm over here like I'm like a little kid sitting in a fucking 5-bedroom, 3-bath house, over 3,000 square feet. And my mom drove her own car, my dad drove his own car. Like we all had what we wanted. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, they can fucking do it. What do you mean? Like, you know, and then like if it wasn't for my dad and my mom like never telling me like, oh yeah, we own these buildings, or like my dad would like literally, bro, like I'd come home from school, go back to work. Like he's like, okay, go put your work clothes on.
Yeah.
Because we're going to fucking the apartment. You're going to help me change the toilet. You're going to help me do this. And when I wasn't working, I was working. Like he's like,
all day.
Don't fucking sit down. Go sweep those stairs. Go do this.
All day, bro.
Dude, that was the way I earned my allowance.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have an allowance. It was like literally like you get a little bit of money to go fucking buy school lunch.
You see this roof?
Yeah, you see what
this?
Yeah. You want
That's your allowance.
You want new shoes, bro? Like
Yeah.
go get, and it's like, and for me, like I grew up being afraid not to come home with straight A's because I knew how hard my parents worked, and I didn't want them worried about me or worried like, oh, is this kid even fucking paying attention?
That's dope.
And for me, I had to set that standard for my brothers, because if it wasn't me, then who was going to lead by example? And so, yeah, I mean, I'm proud to say that my brother went to a 4-year university and graduated just like I did. My sister didn't take that route, but she took another route where now she's the owner of her own business.
That's awesome.
And so we all kind of have our own thing, and we're all doing really well for ourselves. And, you know, at the end of the day, just really grateful for our parents instilling hard work in us at a young age.
I think it's awesome that your parents did what they did with you. Just in the fact that you were actually working, right?
Yeah, man.
They put you to work, and you didn't even know that your parents owned you had no idea.
I had no idea.
You were like, we're the janitor, right? And
That's
it's
what
you're the owner. You're the owner of the building.
Yeah.
That's why you're cleaning it, not because you're the janitor.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I think that's great.
Yeah.
That's a good way to keep you humble. I think I 100% agree with you that the eldest of the family always has it the hardest. I'm the oldest.
Yep.
The reason why I think this, first, is because I'm the eldest.
Yeah.
But second, it's because it's logical. Here's what I mean by this.
Yeah.
When you are a kid in Mexico, right, you're a teenager when you start having kids.
Yeah.
What teenager today do you think has the proper mindset to have a kid?
Oh, none.
None.
No.
None. So when my dad had me and my mom had me, and they were in their teenage years, right, 17, 18, 19 years old, and they had me, right, and I actually had my first daughter when I was 19. Bro, we were kids.
Yeah.
They were kids.
Yeah.
I literally just had this conversation with my dad and mom literally last week. My dad's birthday was 63.
Oh, shit, nice, man.
You know, and my parents are talking about, like, what they did and how they did it and what they think they did wrong or what they did right. And I'm like, listen, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
You were a kid.
Yeah.
You didn't know how to raise a kid.
They didn't have no damn instruction manual.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
nothing.
So to them, as a kid, they're raising their kid to be strong, right? To not be bullshitting,
right?
To work because they're working, right? So they're essentially just giving you what they know.
Yeah.
And what they know is hard work. So when they get older, though, as you age, you get wiser, right? And then you have more kids. And then the last kid is the one that gets all the benefits because they fucking get away with everything.
God damn it.
That's by that time. Your parents, right?
Yeah.
Your parents are already like, oh, you know what? It's not a big deal. It's okay. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna spank him because of that.
And and for us, the worst part about it that the youngest one or the last one was a girl, and we were both boys.
Same with me. Same with me. 4 boys and 2 girls at the end. You know? And then they're just queens, right?
Oh yeah.
They're just the queen of the house, bro. They get away with their fucking thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Evelyn, you're still the queen of the house right now. Evelyn's still the queen of the house. It's not my mom. She's the queen. For real. It's like.
But that's what it is.
That's what it is.
They're young.
Yep.
They had kids young.
Yep.
They don't know what it is. They don't have a manual. They're learning as they go. And then they get older and wiser, like us. We get older and wise. You know, if we have kids when we're 40, it's different than if we had kids when I'm 19, right? And when you have kids nowadays, people are having kids when they're fucking 50, right?
Jesus Christ.
It's way different than...
Way different dynamic. Yeah, very much so.
Let's try the next tequila, bro.
All right, bro. We're on to the next one. Last two. And then, you want to pour them up or you want to pour them up?
I'll pour. I want to try the Cristalino just because I think the Lalo is going to compare to this.
Yeah, and I think it's good to end it on this one because this is going to be a little bit more oaky.
Yep.
Damn, that shit smells like heaven.
That should have no smell, right? Does it smell?
Very little. Very little. Well, I think you know what it is because I poured a little bit of this sparkling watermelon lemonade into my thing and also
that's exactly what it's
smelling now.
It does smell a little fruity.
All right, bro.
Saludcita.
Cheers, man. Salud. That's dangerous as fuck.
Bro, I've never had that. That's very dangerous. $30. Costco, you came through. Kirkland. Shout out to Kirkland. Hey, my address is, you want to send me a bottle, just handle.
Reach out to me.
Reach out to me.
Holler.
I live right down the street from you guys.
Have your people call my people, and we'll have lunch.
No, that actually is really good, bro.
Yeah, it is.
I'm very impressed.
You know what? This is probably going to be my go-to for the summer, where I make little cocktails, little concoctions. It's very smooth, bro. I'm actually very surprised how smooth it really is.
It's actually really, really good.
All right, bro. Well, let's pivot into more real estate and end it off on a good note because I definitely want you to chat a little bit about yourself. And number one, I think you probably have told me this already, but the people out there in the world don't know. Why did Rico Rivera become a realtor? And, why did you take your business to where you're at today? And ultimately, how did that lead you into Nora?
See, those
are all loaded questions, bro. You gotta fit it in like about 5 minutes. I'm just kidding.
5 minutes. Let's go. Rapid fire. I was a sophomore in high school, and I'll never forget the day my parents got the keys to their house.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I was like, magical. And maybe I remember it different.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know if they, I've never told them this. I tell other people this, but I've never told them this. So I don't even know if they know this. But their eyes, their smiles, their demeanor, when the realtor did this, here's the keys to your home, I was there. Bro.
Dude, I see
magical.
I see those.
I cry when I do that to my clients. When I do this to my clients, it brings me back to that moment when I was in high school and my parents got their keys to their house. And when people get emotional, I get emotional.
Yeah.
Because it's so legit.
It is.
It's so legit.
It's very raw. It's all emotion. They've worked who knows how long tirelessly to get their keys. I've literally helped young couples, single people. I've helped elderly couples. And the smile, the eyes, it's all the same. Bro. It's all the same.
So that's number one. Number two, I saw the lifestyle change that we made as a family when my parents got their house. Right? So no longer having to move, no longer having to worry about the rent going up, no longer having to worry about what the landlord said. Just any of that. The worry was gone. And now it's a sense of pride. This is my home.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to put tile in the home, I'll put tile in the home. If I want to paint it, I'll paint. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a true ownership pride. So I saw that. So growing up, I didn't think about real estate that way or wanting to be a realtor that way, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to go to college, right? I went to college for a little bit. My current wife, I never had any other current wife, so I don't know why I said my current wife. Make sure you put that in there so she can hear this. My current wife. The wife that I'm currently with right now. My wife.
Yeah.
I should have said my wife of 23 years.
You're going to get roasted. You're going to get roasted.
I love it. Make sure you don't filter this shit.
I was it is.
You're like, why the fuck are saying current?
We're not going to edit it.
Don't. I love it. Anyways, my wife.
I told you we were going to be on it.
My wife of 23 years. Bro, it's classic.
My current wife that I have right
now. The one that I have right now.
Oh my god, that was good.
Oh wow, I lost my train of thought. I don't even know where I was going with that, bro. It's killing me right now. Oh, my wife got pregnant.
Yeah,
she was my girlfriend at the time. She got pregnant. I was in college.
Yeah,
I was playing football for the Modesto Raiders. She was like a semi-pro team, right? And she got pregnant. We had a baby. My daughter Leilani, and then everything set real. It was like you cannot go to college anymore. You have to fucking be a full-time employee. So, you know, I was 19 years old. I stopped going to college. I got my job at Old Republic that I was there for like 15 years.
Right.
And that kind of started my career in real estate.
Yeah.
Old Republic, was there in 15 years. I went into outside sales with Old Republic because I used to be data entry, actually right down the street here in San Ramon.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Outside sales, killed it in outside sales. I was selling home warranties. I became the home warranty king. You can actually still look that up, bro. If you go to Google and look up home warranty king, you'll see it. You'll see me in a crown and a freaking cape. I swear to God, bro. I actually had YouTube videos in 2009 when YouTube wasn't owned by Google yet.
Oh shit!
Like I was on YouTube before it was even on Google yet. Before Google owned it.
Before, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was a home warranty king. The current Maureen, shout out to Maureen, who's the owner of Guide Real Estate. She's the primary owner of Guide Real Estate, the brokerage where I'm at right now. She saw something in me in my leadership skills, and then she's the one that actually gave me my opportunity to be in real estate. As a home warranty rep, she said, hey, I need a manager of the office, Keller Williams. I said, I don't have a license. 2015. She's like, I don't care if you don't have a license. I want you to manage the office. We'll get a broker to take care of everything else. Get your license as soon as possible. I become a team leader, a manager of a real estate office without my license. Grew that office to like 140 agents. Killed it. And then I said, I'm just going to do it for myself. 2019, I went on my own, started Silicon East Real Estate. We started an office, Ice Blocks, where it's at downtown right now. Got involved with Maureen, Guide Real Estate. I'm the manager of the Ice Blocks office now. You know, it's just, bro, I'm blessed. There's 302 agents right now in our brokerage with Guide. We are top 1.5% in the nation for indie. I said indie broker for small brokerages, right?
Yeah.
We don't have a partner like a Keller Williams. We used to be part of Keller Williams. We don't have a Keller Williams or
So
any
Guide,
Guide.
Yeah.
Guide is
and
Guide.
Silicon Valley's underneath that.
Correct. So
Got it.
Guide Real Estate is the brokerage, and
Yeah.
we're partners with Forbes.
Gotcha.
Forbes Global Properties. We're the luxury brand for Forbes,
Oh, nice. Okay.
and we have the Sacramento,
Sure.
Greater Sacramento territory for Forbes. So we're their luxury brand, and then Silicon East is my team name, kind of like your team name.
Yeah.
Silicon East is my team name.
Got it.
So, and our niche focus is people that are moving from the Bay to
So
Sacramento.
you're OG, bro. You got to do it before they made you the rules change. Because then they told me I was over here. They were like, "Oh yeah, you want to start your own team?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" I started brainstorming names, and they're like, "Wait, before you get carried away, it has to have
Your last name.
It has to have it has to have your name in it some way or another." I was like, "Son of a bitch!"
So you actually don't have to do it that way if you have a DBA.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
If I
So
do the DBA,
I have a DBA. So my DBA is under the corporation. And so if I wanted to just do Silicon East Real Estate, I can because I have a DBA. But the rule is that the consumer has to know who your broker is.
got it.
So that's why you always have to put your broker's logo on.
Always,
Yeah.
or else
So, you know, it's
someone will whistleblow you in the
right. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
And, you know, from that whole real estate angle, and since I've been in real estate, I started the NAREP, one of the co-pioneers of NAREP, Greater Sacramento. When they first started, the chapter first started in Sacramento. I was the president of NAREP in 2013. Bro, I started the YPN. The YPN started in 2 chapters, Sacramento and Orange County. And
Oh,
it
wow.
used to be called the YPC, the Young Professionals Council.
Interesting.
Before YPN was YPN,
Yeah.
we started that shit.
Interesting.
Young Professionals Council became the Young Professionals Network. I, along with other board members from Sacramento, would go around all of California and talk to a bunch of different MLSs,
Yeah.
telling them they should start a YPN. So we started 2006, bro. Now it's nationwide, 300 plus chapters.
Yeah. Right.
And then, you know, in 2019, I had the honor of meeting some of the leadership for NORA. NORA is the National Hispanic Organization of Real Estate Associates, focus on the community, focus on giving back to the community, first-time home buyers, seminars, and then the kids, bro. Like, you know,
Yeah.
And then that's what I love to do. So I became the founding president for Sacramento. And then after being the founding president for 2 years in Sacramento, I was given the vote to be the national president. So I was the national president for NORA, and currently I'm the current past president for NORA National. Blessed.
God damn, bro. That's awesome.
Blessed, bro.
That's awesome, bro. That's a great. And yeah, I knew about the Old Republic because I was seeing you rocking your OR ring,
yeah.
your OR diamond ring the other day, and I was like, damn, bro, how many years you had to put in to get that? But yeah, man, that's amazing. Amazing from where you were to where you're at now, and obviously that you had the trust of your peers to start an office without a license and like just take your business to the next level. I think that's amazing, and definitely something that inspires me and inspires a lot of other people too. So, just really appreciate you sharing a little bit about your life and how your journey into real estate. But I do know that in your heyday, you were a DJ.
Damn! You brought the
and I yeah, man. Well, like the first time I seen I didn't know, but like when you had an opportunity to take over the tables at our installation, I was like, yeah, this fool over here, DJ Rico over here. But yeah, I know that was a big passion of yours growing up.
I love that.
Yeah.
I remember I was the kid that would always go next to the DJ or the banda and always look at their equipment. And while everybody else was over there, I was always like checking out their stuff and their speakers. In high school, I was in 9th grade. I asked my dad to let me borrow $400 so I can go buy some speakers and a turntable. Mm-hmm. And my dad's like, okay, I'll let you borrow this money, but you're going to have to pay me when you start DJing. So my dad would give me gigs, bro, when I was a freshman in high school.
Sick.
For $35 a night.
No fucking...
I was like,
damn.
This is
slaving you. This is $35 a night?
A whole night. This is me, Dad. We got to go home. It's 2 a.m. And my dad would be kicking it with his friends. No, just keep playing the music, right? Ramon Ayala. And for those of you that don't know, Mexicans can party.
Oh,
bro, hey.
Till the sun comes up, bro.
And if you're in the hood, no one's going to call the police.
No, hell no.
Bro, I got smart. I would just keep raising up the volume, bro. I'm like, until people finally call the police, like. And then I finally told my dad, like, Dad, we can't be charging $35 a night. Like, we need more money than that. Like, we need to charge $35 an hour. I remember the day I told my dad, we need to charge $35 an hour. He freaked out. No way, no one's going to book us. $35 an hour, it's crazy, right? This is like in the 90s, the late 90s, right? So I'm like, no, Dad, we're not that bad. That's not bad, bro.
Hell no.
$35 an hour is nothing.
No, hell no.
In my heyday, I was charging $250 an hour, right? I had the ability to work for the radio station 102.5. I was a DJ for high school. Bro, my DJ days were amazing. Honestly, I'm so blessed, dog. Like, I've had some of the best jobs in the world, some of the best interactions, and just get to know some of the best people. Like, when I worked for 102.5, I got to go to the Chronic and meet everybody on tour. Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg,
damn,
Ice Cube.
Holy shit, that's cool as fuck.
I remember being in the green room with them, just kidding, because I was part of the street team.
Oh, that's dope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was awesome, bro. It was like Christina Aguilera before she was Christina Aguilera. Like, we just all DMX. Like, it was amazing, bro. Like, I had such a great DJ experience, being on the radio, street team, 102.5, starting my own business. Like, for a long time, I did that. I still, to this day, I still have an interest in DJs, right? So someone's calling me, I'm like, yeah, let's go, or they'll go, and I get a little piece of the cut. So it's what it is. It's a hobby. It's amazing. My decks are set up at home right now. I was DJing last weekend in my house.
That's tight. That's cool, man. That's cool that that's still your passion, and you're still
that in my old car, my 57 Buick.
Your 57 Buick. Still stunting. Pull out your 3-piece suit and get your shiny shoes on.
Let's go.
That's tight, man. Did you ever run into like the Chuy Gomez's and all them and like?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Chuy and his brother. The Gomez's are from where we're from in Mexico. So Chuy's actually put him with one of my aunts that married into my family.
KML
Jams.
KML, right? Yeah. Bay Area, right?
Yeah. And he was on was it CMC? On TV when he used to host on TV too, and then 106 or KML then got rid of him, and then he started his own thing, and the rest is history. But that's cool, man. That's cool. You got to green room with the Chronic tour, huh?
Hey, the Chronic, DMX. I mean,
That's cool, man. That's someone I wish I would have seen before he passed was DMX for sure.
Oh, super dope.
Yeah, because DMX was the shit growing up.
Let me do this right and pour it on this Niner shot glass, so I know what I'm actually pouring.
Look at that color, man.
Oh, such a different color.
Yeah.
The smell, I can smell it right now from here. Listo. Sorry, bro. I got a little bit on that.
Not gonna go to waste. Ooh, damn! It's hella smoky.
Get it?
Man.
Ooh, bro, I can smell it from right here.
Yeah, it's hella sweet. We can get that. You get that whiskey.
Caramel,
Yep.
vanilla.
I don't know if you guys can see the color of this thing. It's like looks like candy. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, everyone was drinking this straight clear. This is like what we talked about earlier. It's been aged. This is what gets me.
14 months.
It's matured for 14 months in new, heavily charred, deeply grooved barrels.
Right.
Exposing the tequila to more oak as it patiently ages results in a special añejo tequila. Incredibly rich in color with a luxurious, velvety, smooth taste.
There you go. Now, here's something. We're going back and forth. Here's something that I learned about tequila. The agave plant
Yeah.
matures in 9 years.
8 to 9 years.
Bro.
Yeah. So by the time it got
8
here,
to 9 years.
we're talking about this is over 10 years in the making, dog.
Right. Right. And I don't think a lot of people know that. Right? A lot of people
Don't.
Well,
A lot of people don't have no idea that it took that many years for the plant to mature for them to even start the process.
cut it.
Yeah.
To cut it?
To cut it and then start the process, whether it's going to be made blanco and be bottled right away, or they're going to age it in barrels for fucking over a year.
Yeah, another 14 months, yeah. And extra añejo is like another 2 years. It's like 2 years.
At least 2 years.
2 to 3
I think
years.
it has to be 18 plus months.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be called an extra añejo.
Extra añejo,
So
yeah.
if this sat another 4 months, then you could technically call this an
Extra
extra
añejo. Yep.
All right, bro.
All right, let's try it.
Save the best for last. Cheers.
Salucita.
Damn, dude, it smells hell. It smells like caramel.
Oh my God. That's delicious, bro. That's delicious. This is sipping tequila.
Yeah, it is. Down body. I don't even want to touch the drink or the sparkling water over here, bro.
Yeah, that's delicious, bro.
That's my stuff. I've always been in a
By the way, this is yours.
No, it's not.
Yes, I'm giving it to you. I brought it for you. 100%.
Dude, why you got to outdo me on my show, dog?
Nah, come on. That's a gift. This is a gift for you.
Well, thank you.
This I'm taking home.
Thank you.
Because I haven't had this, so I want to try this out.
Okay. No, for sure.
This is yours.
Well, I appreciate it.
That's all you.
We'll
That's all you,
we're
dog.
gonna keep enjoying it. Don't worry.
We'll keep enjoying.
I'm gonna say this for a special occasion because yeah, dude, it's so good.
It's delicious.
They call it barril anclanado. Anclanado, yeah. That's interesting.
The bottle, I mean, the little box it comes in is legit.
Oh, dude, it's hella nice. It's hella nice. And honestly, in my opinion, I think for an añejo in this market, for a solid one, I would choose this over 1942 Clase Azul or anything else because not only is it hella good, but you're not going to pay $150 a bottle.
I'll tell you what it was.
I know because I have it.
It was on sale.
Yes,
It's actually on sale.
I know.
$78.
Where?
Costco right now on sale.
No
$78.
way. That's a great deal, bro.
It's usually like 120, 150.
They're at least 100, yeah.
Yeah.
They're at least 100 because the last
$78
time.
on sale. Bro, as soon as I saw that, I was like, there's no way it's on sale. On sale, $34. It was 114
Yep.
minus $34 sale. It's like 100. It's $80, bro.
Yeah. It's solid.
Like, I'm going to go buy another one tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just to have it at your house and sip on it.
Just to have it whenever there's a special occasion.
Exactly, because this, in my opinion, is something you're gonna pour a little glass to your buddy. You guys are gonna smoke a little cigar or just hang out, sip on it. This is not, in my opinion, ever meant to be shot.
Ever.
Like ever. This is straight sit, chill.
Don't you ever disrespect this tequila.
Like, yeah, maybe the Cristalino, maybe the Blancos, but like that's the love and the process of this is, yeah.
Well, this is like, okay, here's what I'm gonna say, right? Fortaleza.
Yeah.
You don't shoot it, bro.
No, I know.
You
Savor it.
savor it.
Yep.
Taste it. Enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy the effect of it, the smell of it, just everything. It's an amazing talking point.
Well,
How much time do we have? 5 minutes? We're an hour and 15.
Yes.
Damn. That's crazy. That's a lot of time.
usually they hit for about an hour. I mean,
Okay.
we could talk all night, but
No, let's not do that. I think that.
I mean, I could
cameraman-
talk all night, but
you can hang out and fucking talk all
I
night.
could talk all night, but
But
either
the cameraman needs to go home. He's
But-
like, I got a family.
Moses probably can come over, hang out with us too, and go drink at the house.
Let's go.
Anyways, before we end the show, obviously, we want to be able to let yourself plug yourself, let people know how to find you, how to get a hold of you. I don't sell shit in Sacramento.
Appreciate that.
There should be no reason why people shouldn't hit you up or your team up to sell in Sacramento. And if any of my listeners want to buy in Sacramento, I know there's a lot of people I know that obviously may be thinking about it or want to buy out there. You know,
I'm going to do one quick thing before I plug myself.
Okay.
If it's okay with you.
please do.
I want to talk about what's going on in our market today. And that,
Oh yeah, let's do that.
and that's the real estate market is changing because buyers agents are not going to be getting paid, right? Like they've been getting paid. The traditional way of getting paid for a buyer's agent has always been the seller has paid a commission to the seller, listing agent, the seller's agent, and the listing agent has given a percentage of his commission, whether it's 0.5%, 2.5%, whatever it was, 50%,
Right.
20%, 60%.
And it's publicly available for us to see.
Publicly available for a buyer's agent to see, so they know that there's representation and collaboration, and it's a legit thing, right? Like, you know, you're going to get paid, which has been for the last 100 years has been what it's been, and people have taken advantage of that in the sense of if you're a first-time home buyer, the seller pays for your agent's commission because the seller has the proceeds from the real estate sale to pay for that.
Right.
And then when you, as a first-time home buyer, sell your home, you do the same. It's almost like you pay it forward.
Correct.
You do the same to, you know, the next guy that comes on, right?
Of course.
That's changing today. We know that real estate is changing in that form. It's in my opinion, it's good and bad. It's good because I think our industry is going to change and it's going to be more professional. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get out of the industry that are, and no disrespect to part-time agents, that are part-time agents that are not fully equipped to represent buyers or their clients like we full-time agents do. So I think that's good. It's bad because I feel like it's going to put a stop, or not a stop, but it's going to limit the amount of first-time home buyers that can afford to pay for their own representation. It's going to limit the amount of Hispanics, African Americans, Asian Americans, people of color to be able to buy real estate. I'm going to say this boldly. I've said it before. This is another way of redlining, bro. Redlining that happened in the 70s and 80s was where people couldn't buy in a certain neighborhood.
Right.
Oh, people of color can't buy here. Walnut Creek, you can't buy here.
No. Because our CCNR say
Because our CCNR say if you're a
person of color, you cannot purchase a home.
purchase a home here.
Yeah.
That's redlining.
And that still to this day, when you buy a home like Walnut Creek or say it's been around for that long and you see them, it's very fucking disgusting to see that on paper. And then I've had interracial couples. And then they come to me and they're like, Ricky, like guys,
Bro, it's happening.
take a step back. Like,
It's happening.
things have been put into law to this. This does not pertain to you, but I understand how you're feeling because I sympathize with you, and I'm just as disgusted that we're seeing this on paper, and this was a harsh reality for many people.
Bro, it's happening today. It's literally happening today.
It's discouraging because you're already limiting a Latino or a person of color or minority. I mean, they already have a hard time as it is to scrounge up 3.5% sometimes, or to even get qualified for down payment assistance, or to be even anything. And now you're telling us that we're gonna have to try to fight, itch, and scratch to get paid to represent these folks. I'm going to go on the record on camera and saying I know a lot of my colleagues will back me up on this and are going to say the same. I will always go into a listing agreement and negotiate for a commission for the buyer's agent because I know how hard they fucking work because that was me. My clients were 90% buyers when I first started this industry. I didn't have a fucking listing for my first 3 years in the industry because all my clients were people like me. Just starting out, having family, having kids, or people who were displaced and lost their homes in 2008 were now first-time home buyers again when I got my license in 2014. So like a lot of these people not only were afraid to buy again, were discouraged. People told them they couldn't do it, but now you're telling them that even the Latino realtor or the minority realtor, whoever the realtor is, that's helping these folks may not get compensated.
Yeah.
And now this may have to come out of the buyer's pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. So it's
a hard pill to swallow.
It's horrible. And I wanted to talk about it on your show because it's currently what's happening today. Like I said, I think it's good and bad. I think it's bad because there's going to be a lot more situations where people are going to get like super discriminated against. Because they can't afford it. Now, we've seen this right now. We're seeing it today. This is 2024, and we're seeing it today where we already know of situations where, a person hasn't got their offer accepted because of their last name, right? We've seen it today where literally somebody changed their name, bro, because their offers weren't getting accepted, and as soon as they changed their name and it was official, their offer got accepted. It's ridiculous, right? So I'm a little passionate about this because of Nora, because of mi gente, because of where I come from.
Right. I agree.
So good and bad. I just feel like it's something that's going to affect us, but I want to make sure that everybody is aware that there's people here to help. Nora is here to help. Our gente is here to help. CAR is doing something about it. So we're here to help, but be aware of the situation because it's almost being just done with no implications inside. Like people think it's just going to happen. It's all good. It's not going to be a big deal. Yeah. It's going to be a big deal, bro.
But like even like when they were saying that, like that buyer or that like for VAs, like where it came out and they said, oh yeah, like they're not going to be allowed to pay for that.
Right.
And then so how the fuck are they going to buy a house how are they going to buy a house if the agent can't get paid?
Right.
And their agent's not going to get paid, so then they can't pay for it. Then how are they going to get a home?
Right. It's just,
and VAs have been discriminated against for many, 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 many years, and you and I know that because we're behind the scenes and we see it, where people are like, "Oh, we're not taking VA or FHA.
Oh,
why not?
Yeah.
Oh, because my seller doesn't want to have to do Section 1.
They don't want to do anything.
Oh, you don't want to do anything, right? Oh, so then okay, fuck us, just because you don't want to help. Someone who's fought for their country, or a veteran, and
that's bullshit.
Just because they're going to pay for everything, like, and you guys don't want to fix any deferred maintenance because your seller feels like they shouldn't.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Makes no sense. But at the end of the day, I think, it's like there are a lot of these issues that people obviously don't think about on a surface level, but it goes much deeper than that.
Well, and the other thing is this, and for anybody that's out there that's listening to this, there is a true education that needs to come from us as realtors. And it's unfortunate because for the last 100 years, and especially the last 10 years, our story has been told by the public.
Yeah.
Here's what I mean by that. Everybody feels like realtors get paid a bunch of money. They don't do shit. They open a house. Hey,
yeah.
That's it. And they get paid a bunch of money and they fucking roll in their nice cars and fucking, they have, you see what I'm saying? Like, but that's also our fault because we don't tell our story.
Right.
We don't go out there and say, hey, I made 1,000 fucking phone calls for you. I called real estate agents to find out if there's anything on the market that's coming up for you. I called this. I did this. I set up the whatever appointments for your inspections.
I showed up to your house and cleaned your house so that it's decent.
You know what I mean?
Like showing
things are falling off. The things were falling over here, and I picked them up because the reality is I'm not going to tell you as a buyer or a seller all the drama that's happening on the back end because that's my job. My job is to be a buffer for you.
Yeah.
I want you to have a great experience.
Yeah.
Well, people have had a great experience so far that they don't know how hard it is to be on this side, right? But we don't tell that story.
No.
So now it's time for us to tell that story, and it's time for us to be the professionals that we are, for people to be like, I want to work with that guy. He's legit. He has my back.
Yeah.
He's got my best interest at heart.
Of course. And that's what for me, like I try to always document what I do because I like people who want to hire me or want to work with me to be like, oh shit, this dude fucking, he's out every week looking at inventory. He's fucking following up with all his clients. He's seeing homes. He knows his inventory. He's well respected in the community. Realtors know him, this and that. And it's like, for me, it's like, I came in the industry like, I want to make a million friends. Like, I knew coming into it that it's a very relationship-based business. And my goal was never to come in here and rub anybody wrong. Because I know that might jeopardize my clients
100%
in the future.
100%.
And so for me, it was never about my ego or me or anything else. Like everyone I meet, like whether you're a lender or a realtor, working title or whatever you do, like I want to know you, and I want us to have a mutual, relationship where like, it's reciprocal, where like if I need something from you, you're gonna get something back from me. Like, and that's just the way it is. Because at the end of the day, like if I'm able to bridge that gap for a realtor or like help them out or like say, hey, you should do this, or like, hey, I'm gonna throw you a bone, you should do this. This 100%. Is what you're gonna need to do. Like a lot of our clients don't know that we do a lot of that shit because they don't need to know.
Right.
They don't
need to know basis, and you don't need to know.
Right. I don't need to bother my client who's already probably had a stressful day at work, busting their ass, trying to sell their home or buy a home that, hey, this is going on. I'll tell them later, like, hey, we were able to do this because of X, Y, and Z happened.
Right.
And they're like, oh, shit, how come you didn't tell us? I didn't want you guys to worry because I knew that I would handle it. I knew we would take care of it. I knew I had a solution. And if I didn't have a solution, I best believe I had a backup plan to a backup plan to a fucking backup plan just in case.
And I'll finish with this. For anybody that's been in a transaction, bought a home or sold a home, and it was the best transaction of your life, that realtor did all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Tons of things for you to feel like it was
if you never sweat.
If it was the easiest transaction ever, like, man, this is awesome.
They did a lot of
that realtor on the back end just killed it. Like firefighter was just taking care of everything so you wouldn't have to worry, because at the end of the day, you as a client don't have to worry about shit like that.
No.
That's what we
shouldn't. That shouldn't be their responsibility.
But that's also why it feels like, oh, it's easy.
Yeah.
Right? Anyways, I'll plug myself, bro. Sorry, I went on a little rant because
it's all good.
I feel like it's important for us to talk about that.
And it's current events. It's things that are going on right now in our industry. So, yeah, it is very important. We touched on it in these last couple months, like from what was going on to what happened to now to actual settlement, things like that. I think at the end of the day, it's just education. It's another thing we have to educate our clients on. It was like COVID, we're having to educate them how to fill out PEDS and how to do this and that.
Yep.
And now it's just another thing we're going to have to go through. And it's just, obviously for me and you, we don't have to worry about it too much. But a new realtor who has no network, who has no database, who doesn't know what the hell they're doing, needs to worry about that.
100%.
Because if they're not educated in it and they're not savvy and they're not able to hold the conversation when they're talking to their clients, it's going to go over their head and they're going to lose them. And if they're not introducing a buyer broker's agreement in their initial conversation, in their buyer's consultation, they're already lost. So at the end of the day, it's more education, more things we need to do. Another thing to add to our laundry list of duties that we do that no one knows about. So it is what it is. But on that note, bro,
I'll finish off. Thank you for the opportunity, bro. I appreciate it.
No, it's a pleasure, man. Thank you for joining us.
Anybody that needs
dude.
This is awesome. Anybody that needs to service this in the greater Sacramento area, that's what we do. We take care of that. Our niche market is Bay Area, or anybody coming from the outside of the area. Mm-hmm. We move people from Southern California to Sacramento all the time. A ton of people from the Bay Area to Sacramento all the time. I always like to say that it's a slower pace in Sacramento and a better price at a better price point, right?
Yep.
So you can still get a house for $450,000, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in a good neighborhood. That's kind of like unheard of in this area over here, right? It's crazy. So
can't even get a condo.
Yeah. So you're looking for a single family home, bedroom, 2-bath, $450,000, $500,000 all day.
Call me first, so I can refer it to Rico.
100%. Call you first.
But I appreciate, bro. Like, you're my guy out there for sure. Like, if I ever need anything, I know that you're my man in Sacramento.
Sure.
And, whatever you need from us here in the Bay, you already know. You have, aquí tienes tu casa always, bro. So,
gracias.
Man. I know you're on social media. What's your handle on Instagram?
Rico Rivera Realtor.
Yep.
So
And then
Instagram,
how do they find you website wise?
SiliconEastRealEstate.com.
There you go.
So
Perfect.
anything east of Silicon Valley. So Silicon East, everything east of Silicon Valley.
That's all you.
Coast, bro.
That's all you.
Me. That's why it's called Silicon East. The movement is going
There you go.
east, right? So but just even if you just Google Rico Rivera Realtor,
Yeah.
bro, I come up before Pico Rivera in Puerto Rico. I'm meeting Puerto Rico, bro.
Look up the home warranty king.
Right.
The home
Look up the home warranty king. You want to have a laugh and see me in a cape and in a little crown, bro? Look up home warranty king. That's me, brother.
All right, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Saludcita.
All right.
Go.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro.
Tequila Transactions, episode 48. It's a wrap, bro. Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
That was a good time. That's fucking delicious.